She's my jealous shoes, I don't rent just happy. Little nigga, if you snooze, you lose, you better keep it steady.
Hold on.
I'm black on like the reaper. Recons ain't wearing no feelers.
Yeah, I'm black on like the reaper. Come on, nigga. Walking on this bitch. Stop playing with that nigga, man.
Can't keep up. I ain't flex like that, but it's not wrong. Yeah, bitch, try flex, she try hard.
That nigga need to drop some more shit though. Like, that's what niggas sleeping on because he don't drop. Let this shit rock out.
Nigga, you schoolyard. Put a binary on the new AR. In case a fuck nigga wanna act hard. My nigga shoot shit like mad bars. Real shit, only gotta make one call. She wanna fuck a little bit, make a cat call. 601, couldn't fuck with the man. Took me a little time, but I'm finna take off. If it's a 12, you know I'm a race on. Yellow diamonds in the shit, little pissed on. Pockets fat like red rose.
Yellow diamonds in the YouTube. Hey man, I ain't did no like recent video in a minute, and I'm just cussing. See, when I had it in motion, I stopped with the cussing and all that. If you knew you watching Jaco Geek, you be geeked up over here, as you can tell. Just really just geeked up for real, like for real. But hey, we got a little. I don't even know what type of video this really is. I guess like a police chase type video, like. But this police chase been going on for years and they still ain't find this nigga. Like, yeah, it's like that. So we're gonna get right to the video, man. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe, man. Why not? You feel me? Only if you want to. Like the video. Only if you want to. But hey, we're gonna get right to the video. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh my, bro. Come on, bro. Lock in.
250,000. That's the number of high-speed police pursuits that occur every year in the United States. No other country on Earth comes even remotely close. According to the California Highway Patrol, only 57.6% of the fleeing suspects were apprehended, leaving 42.4% of suspects to successfully evade arrest, and that number is only growing. A huge contributing factor to these successful high-speed evasions is the ever-increasing gap of outright top speed and performance of suspect vehicles when compared to the run-of-the-mill patrol vehicle.
203.
There's a common theme amongst these seemingly uncatchable cars, though,
blind.
a sort of recipe that makes them an absolute pain for law enforcement to catch. These ingredients don't consist of an ostentatious bright red Ferrari. Rather, the best getaway cars are those that can balance brutal acceleration, ridiculous top speed, and inconspicuous looks that only a trained eye can distinguish from a normal commuter. And they even have a name for it thanks to the British, who almost banned their very existence. On this episode of Explained, sponsored by Surfshark, we will take a deep dive into the rise of the super saloon and how it became the preferred method to evading authorities around the world. Historically, where you find organized crime, you will also find fast automobiles used to evade authorities. The 18th Amendment of the United States Constitution, which began the Prohibition era of the 20s and early 30s, made the manufacturing, sale, and transportation of intoxicating liquors illegal, which gave rise to bootleggers who transported moonshine from rural parts of Appalachia and imported liquors from Canada with hot-rodded vehicles to evade law enforcement. Their specialty was the Ford Model 18, which was more expensive and nearly identical to the Ford Model B used by law enforcement, but ditched the meager 50 horsepower inline four-cylinder for a flathead V8 that produced a healthier 65 horsepower and later up to 85 horsepower. According to bootleggers at the time, it was fast enough to stay one step ahead of the law, rugged enough for the mountain roads, and had a big enough trunk and back seat to squeeze in moonshine. This clear advantage of power, cargo space, and durability combined with the skilled driver made the Ford Model 18 the desired getaway car amongst moonshiners and bootleggers, and even bank robbers like Bonnie and Clyde. This recipe of a bare-bones four-door This recipe of a bare-bones four-door sedan with a higher output power plant, a heavy-duty suspension, and braking components would be emulated by Ford and Chevrolet into police packages and sold directly to departments across the country. The 1954 two-door and four-door, for example, was offered with a police package that included an exclusive engine, the Interceptor engine, with more displacement than the standard flathead V8. The clutch, the alternator, the oil pan, the battery, and even the tires were beefed up to withstand 24-hour duty and became a hit amongst veteran drivers and police officials. Dodge would end the arms race with their own super saloon disguised as a police car in 1968, the Dodge Polara Pursuit. These were ordered by the California Highway Patrol with the E86 engine code, which meant the 440 cubic inch wedge. The 440 wedge wasn't the most powerful offering from Chrysler. That would have been the NASCAR winning 426 Hemi, but the 440 Magnum wedge combined with the lower axle ratio meant even the most powerful muscle cars at the time couldn't outrun the Polara speed capabilities. This philosophy of brutally fast and high-tech for the time police cruisers wasn't adopted universally around the world. In the United Kingdom, British police cars were smaller, more nimble, and less elaborately equipped than their American counterparts, and preferred manual gearboxes versus the slushy automatics.
Occasionally, though, a special car is needed for a special job. Bedfordshire decided the only weapon to win the joyriding war was the 150-mile-an-hour Cosworth Sierra.
The narrow British roads combined with the parking space limitations and higher tax on fuel made the American recipe of a big V8 four-door patrol car unideal for police work. That would all change with the rise of super saloons in Europe. BMW had their E34 chassis code M5. A hand-assembled saloon born in BMW's motorsports facility outside of Munich and powered by a dual overhead cam naturally aspirated inline six with individual throttle bodies and north of 300 horsepower. Mercedes had their wolf in sheep's clothing with the 500E, which was also hand-built and co-engineered with Porsche and was propelled by a 5-liter dual overhead cam V8 designated as the M15. These brutes were stolen at alarming rates, and they became the tool of choice for jewelry heists and ram raids across Britain in the 90s. One specific model became literally uncatchable by authorities, and it wasn't a BMW nor a Mercedes, rather an amalgamation between General Motors and their recently acquired Lotus Engineering, known as the Type 104, or better known as the Lotus Carlton. These cars began as a 3000 GSI Vauxhall Carlton or Opel Omega off the production line and shipped to Lotus Engineering to be intensely modified. The inline six received a longer stroke forged steel crankshaft, increasing the displacement from 3 liters to 3.6 liters, and ditched the natural aspiration for twin Garrett T25 turbochargers. The forged moly pistons reduced compression from 10.1 down to 8.2 to 1 to
Twin, I just sat there through this whole video just to get to this part right here.
These advantages would be exploited to monumental proportions in an infamous black Dodge Charger in May of 2022. Trooper Jacob Bird began pursuit of a black Dodge Charger that was speeding in a residential neighborhood in Little Rock, Arkansas, and as soon as the chase began, it was over. The Charger was gone. 45 minutes later, it was spotted by Trooper Alan Johnson a couple miles east on the Wilbur D. Mills Freeway and would escape again. 3 months later in August, Trooper Spencer Morris spotted the Charger racing down the highway on the Tennessee-Arkansas border, but the Charger blacked out its taillights and the skilled driver got away once more.
37.
The nigga is just disappearing. He's like a ghost.
A month later, on September 4th, Trooper Quincy Harris tried chasing the infamous Charger in south of Little Rock, Arkansas, but was dusted as soon as it started. Suspecting the Charger, even though it's cladded in RT trim, it most likely had a modified Hemi engine or could even be an SRT Hellcat with RT body cladding to fool the police.
Like, bro, I'll be up officer, but I'm not. don't get paid enough for this shit. This guy is like this. I think we chasing a ghost. Like
2 weeks later, on the same highway as the second pursuit in May, the black Charger would toy with the police, purposefully pulling over for a traffic stop, and as soon as Trooper Monte Hernandez touched the back of the car, he was gone.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that. And he got a temp tag on it too. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's so up. I was like, yo, bro. Fuck this, bro. And like every car is like just out the way. Like they all know like, oh shit, here he comes. Like move. Like, cause everybody what the it's like niggas just like, oh.
As many as 14 chases later, and even a recent encounter in October of 2023, this Charger hasn't been caught and probably never will.
Yo.
The blackout Charger is in essence America's RA40 Lotus Carlton, a car that was uncatchable for its era, and getting within 100 feet of it is because the driver let you. Both were built on very common saloons of their time, one modified by Lotus Engineering to be the world's fastest saloon, and one most likely modified in his garage to evade law enforcement for shits and giggles.
Bruh, you're not catching that nigga, bro. Like, let's be real, bro. You're not catching bro. Bro is gone. He's out, bro. He got tip tag, like he slick, like he I ain't gonna lie. Like I just be like, bro, just let him have it, bro. I hope y'all enjoyed the video like I enjoyed this video. Kind of like wasted a little bit of my time because I just sit here and just watched the whole damn video, and I kind of didn't need to because I was waiting for the end. But yeah, he did his thing in that video though. He explained a lot of shit, broke a lot of shit down. Cause now I know what a Lotus salon is. You feel me? Salon, whatever. Said, I want one of them hoes now. You feel me? Yeah. Hey. Hold on, tell me some more. I mean, hey, what beers up? Hey man, let me chill out. I be wildin' sometimes, man. I don't even know what the fuck wrong with me. Hey, y'all stay geek. Y'all stay blessed. Wow, that nigga Brito be going stupid. Hey, that BJ going stupid. That boy Glory on there going stupid. Hey man, I love y'all niggas, man. For real, man. We out, man.